find out, that means you both have a chance, right? um, he does clear some creep, so that will make the next engagement easier on Zest. Sulky is going to try and clear these rocks so that he can attack from a different angle if given the opportunity. But I think he's disengaging because he expects that Oracle to come back and doesn't want to give away the fact that the rocks are being knocked down, which is interesting. I don't agree or disagree, I just find it interesting that he, I guess he just doesn't want his army being caught at a weird angle. Apparently that pylon fell, and he replaced it with 2 zealots to complete the wall. Or he killed it himself, I'm not entirely certain. He might have killed it himself to get a probe, so that he could take his third. Circlings are still here. I'm not really sure what Zest's plan is from here. Sulky has replaced his creep tumor, so his creep is receding, but it will stop receding. And then he can move it forward again in a little bit, assuming he cleans this up any. Because, I mean, he can't just, like, move it into the Protoss army. Yeah, here's my live creep tumor. Free energy. Zest is just watching the rocks fall for now. I'd like to see him get a mothership core out over there so that his army doesn't just, like, suddenly die if something goes horribly wrong. These lings are over here. I don't really know what Zest is planning at this point. He did take a 4th gas. And he is probing past saturation. So I think he wants to go up to the 3rd, but just doesn't feel comfortable going up to the 3rd. That's the impression I'm getting. He's moving his army back now that the rocks have fallen. Which looks like, I think that makes sense. And I mean, the game is just going to normalize, and resume, if that makes any sense. So, I mean, things looked very scary for Sulky for a little bit, but I guess this is why he's considered a really good Zerg player.
It's a comeback.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like he's in an advantageous position, but he's stabilized. It's like the game is evened up again, sort of, mostly. Zest kills the Overseer. And Sulky realizes that he's not up a base on his Protoss opponent like he needs to be. So he feels a little behind and is going to go for a Nidus Swarm, which with the glial reconstitution being researched, they should finish up at about the same time. Or actually, no, the glial reconstitution is already done. When his Nidus is ready to go, he will be in prime position to exploit the superior mobility of the Zerg army, and put on some counter-aggression to recoup his losses. I don't see any intention of taking a third from our Zerg player at the present moment. Which is interesting. His Overlord is in position to start a Nidus, and he does do so. Zest is... I mean, I'm sure he's heard the noise, but he's not really sure where it is yet. Oh, that's where the noise is. Never mind. Okay, so now his alarm bells are ringing, and he's like, oh shoot, there's a Nidus in my base. He sees it, he sees the creep, he sees the roaches, he warps in, he has a Void Ray, and he is researching Blink. He's going to bring his whole army back. Zerglings are going to hit the third meanwhile. He'll divide his forces, and the majority of them will go to the main, whereas the rest are going to go defend the third. I feel like maybe he should just give up the third and defend his main, but because there are a lot of roaches here. Photon Overcharge goes down. There are queens with this, so he can't just leave his Void Ray unattended. I think he will do that and cancel the third, though. Yep. This actually looks like Sulky may actually eke out a win here. Because there's just too many queens. I mean, the roaches are strong, but I feel like the queens just shuts down the Void Ray, which is the primary defense of the Protoss in this engagement. And so without the Void Ray getting the invulnerability that it usually has against roaches, I feel Sulky has just, I mean, Zest forced his hand by not killing him, and now he's gonna pay for it. The mothership falls. The Void Ray is not long for this world either. Transfuse going down on the roach even, and so I mean, all that work from the Void Ray come to nothing. The Void Ray itself falls. There's no more high DPS against the Zerg, and so, I mean, surely he has no way back from this. And yes, Blink will finish, but in a little while, but, I mean, in a little while there won't be any Stalkers. Yeah, there's just too much Zerg. And Zest taps out. Thoughts?
Purity of essence overcomes purity of form, the hybrids are reborn, all because of a Nidus Swarm.
Oh. Oh boy. Apparently Nathanius is flying to Sweden tomorrow.
Oh?
I don't know what for though.
There's a pro caster, yes, be all over the place, although why Sweden?
I just don't know. It's more that I don't know what's going on in Sweden.
Yeah, as I said.
Yeah, pro casters travel everywhere. I mean, it's like pro gamers. They just go to tournaments all the time.
Also, publicity events and things of the sort that gamers may not have to be at, so.
True. But gamers still get publicity stuff that there's, like, their agents or managers want them to go to.
Yeah, and there's also, like, the ones where, like, the publicity event is for that player, but as, like, the entire player community won't be going, while the entire caster community usually will, so.
Okay. I follow now. Casters also have to stay for an entire tournament, whereas players may get knocked out.
Oh, yes.
While we're on the train of thought.
You declined an invite.
Yes, I'm busy casting.
Rejected.
You know, from his perspective, I logged on and just logged off. Or rather, I logged on, declined his invite, and logged off.
Hello, goodbye.
I'm really curious what he thinks is going on. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've told him I cast. I told most people I cast by now that talk to me on here. So. Because, I mean, I cast StarCraft, so, you know.
This is an interesting tip.
To win a multiplayer game, destroy all enemy structures or be the last player still in the game.
Wow, I thought it was just like when their army got really big, they just won or something. I mean, I've been looking at this all wrong this whole time.
You know, there are some people that they think if it says Zenador has left the game and they don't see the victory screen, that they win, and so they just leave.
Yes, this happens in Bronze, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think that was one of the very first ones you showed me of your just personal replays, was that.
Me trolling.
You getting a game despite the fact you were losing very badly.
It's like, Zenador has left the game, and they believe me.
Hannibal of Carthage would be proud. Win at all costs. I will walk around the entire Mediterranean Sea so long as I win. And the Alps are like, we're not going to let you do that.
Oh, I need to change the screen so they can actually see as you introduce our players.
Oh, good. Anyways, shall I?
Yes.
Spawning in the top left, the red Zerg, hoping to emulate Hannibal of Carthage's almost victory, Xolki.
Was that some foreshadowing there?
I just realized at that point that I should have said hoping to do better than Hannibal's almost victory, but